Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to go over some things you can do in creative every day, and if you make it a habit, you will get better at this game over time. If you enjoy this video or find it informative, please do remember to give it a like rating and subscribe if you would like to see more. Also, comment down below if this is something you're going to start doing or if this is something you already have been doing. Basically, in this video, I'm going to go over edit courses and free building. It's something you could do 20 minutes a day, very short time investment, about the time of one normal game. And if you do this every single day, typically before you start playing is what I'm going to recommend, you will see improvement in your gameplay over time. Lots of players talk about how like people spend 6 hours a day in creative, or like they encounter a creative warrior, whatever, and they're like, God, that guy spends all day in creative. And while that is just kind of like a meme in the community, I think some people really do believe that they have to spend hours upon hours in creative every single day if they want any hope of improving. And I really don't think that's the case. You can spend a very short amount of time, like I said, 20 minutes or so in creative every single day, and I do think you will notice improvement in your gameplay. So the first thing is to do editing courses or building courses, aim courses, whatever. I'm going to have a code in the description for the course I'm using in this video, but there's a lot of good edit courses out there, or warm-up courses are the best ones to look at, I think, because they cover everything. But you might also find some that are just strictly editing, and it's a lot of editing for like long periods of time. But if you do one of these every single day, I feel like your edits are going to improve and you're going to get a lot better at editing. And editing is one of the things that is much easier to practice in creative, more so than it is the actual game, because you really don't edit that much in an actual game. You might edit in a specific fight, but that might just be like one wall you make a window on, you kill the kid, you're done. You don't edit like over and over and over and over again like you will in an edit course, so you don't get that repetition as much. The other thing I want to go over is free building, something you can do in creative, just go into an island and build stuff. Once again, this is something that people think like, oh, I need to crank 90s 6 hours a day in order to be good. You really don't. Like, doing a couple 90s is enough. Like, you'll get the hang of it eventually, and then as you do it, you'll get fast at it. And as you're decent at it, like, it's just kind of maintaining at that point. Like, you're only going to get so good at it. You don't need to spend 6 hours a day in creative. That's the main point of this video. You could spend a very short amount of time in free building, practicing 90s, practicing side jumps, like certain edits that you could do while like trying to retake high ground, building down from high ground. That's something some people struggle with the removal of redeploy. And then you could get more like in-depth, like difficult building, like some of the shit you might see FaZe Sway doing. You could try to do some of that, but this video is geared more towards the weaker players, so that's why I'm focusing on things like 90s, doing floor wall ramp if you're pushing people, or double ramping. Whatever you want to practice with your building, do it in here. You don't have to spend as much time on it as people think. Like I said, just before you get on to play, spend 10-20 minutes in creative, do an edit course, do some free building, and practice various things with the game. And if you do this every single day, you will see improvement in game. That's basically it for this video. If you're wondering how this video came about, recently Epic made a post talking about how their intention is to make it to where everybody can win. And I was just discussing this on streams. One of my viewers was saying that they enjoy that they're making the game better for better for weaker players. I guess easier for weaker players is what I should say, because they don't have 6 hours a day to spend in creative. And like I said, that is kind of a meme in the Fortnite community, but I really do think there are some people that believe if they don't spend 6 hours a day in creative, they're never going to improve, so why bother? And I think that mindset is just incredibly like ignorant. You can spend a very short amount of time in creative like we outlined in this video, and if you do it every single time you play, like every day would be preferable if you really want to get better, but just every time you play, if you play a couple times a week before you hop on a game, play 10-20 minutes of creative, like I said, that's the normal amount of time that people spend in a game anyways. So one match you're taking away, but in that you're going to be practicing things that are going to be helping you a lot in game, and you are going to see improvement over time. If you have more time to spend in creative, you're someone who plays a lot, something like Zone Wars or Storm Wars is something that people play a lot, but I think Turtle Wars is something you should also consider playing. If you guys don't know what Turtle Wars is, it's basically just you build boxes and you fight in them. And the reason why this is important, in my opinion, is because the meta of the game is currently all about box fighting and replacing people's walls and editing on them and how you outplay opponents in those situations. So if you get some friends together, even just one friend, and you guys practice box fighting together, you can get a lot better. So I would recommend playing that. Like I said, a lot of people focus on Storm Wars, but I feel like Turtle Wars box fighting is really like, what would the term be? Like focused practice that is going to have like a noticeable impact in your gameplay. Like I said, if you found this video helpful, please do remember to give it a like rating, subscribe if you would like to see more, comment down below if this is something you're going to start doing. If you aren't already doing this, comment down below and then come back to this video in a month or so, I'll reply to your comments and ask. So just say, I'm going to start doing this, and I'll reply to you in a month from now, and let me know if it has had a noticeable impact on your gameplay. Thanks for watching.